Assalamu alaikum, Vogai. Welcome back to the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel, the home of Gambian football. It's your boy again, Chama, guys, and this is the Scorpions weekend recap. And a segment where we look at the weekend performance, the roundup, try to round up the weekend, try to see the key performance of Gambian, professional players, how they did over the weekend. And this weekend was a very, very exciting one for some Gambian players, for Gambian players in general. There were some good performances by some players. Most Gambian players are already on their international on their winter break, not international, but on their winter break. But nonetheless, there was still a lot of games involving Gambian players, and we are here to have a recap of that and try to pick out the key performances which Gambians were standout performance for their clubs over the course of the weekend. There were some very, very, very good performances and some very important performances as well. So we will put all those together, guys, and then try to put it in a brief summary for you guys. If you are new around the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you enjoy what we do here, guys, please give us a thumbs up. This is how you can help us grow. Thank you guys for joining me. There's already some comments coming in. As you can do, saying hi bro, nara ya bah mustik, yeah, always supporting, yeah, bah mustik TV, yeah, bah, you are doing a great job, bro. Keep it up. Yeah. As you can see on the flyer, I'm sure you guys will know the key performance this week. Alasana Yirajang was absolutely, in another level for his club. Podbrezova, he has, he's getting into that important player for them, getting into becoming a very key player for Podbrezova. He's having a decent start to his professional career as well. Ebou Adams, we saw what he did for Derby as well this weekend. He is absolutely insane for Derby County. It's unfortunate that it does not usually reflect for the Gambian national team. But at club level, he's absolutely mental. There was Lamin Kuli also getting on the goals. Like Josef Ceesay, what a performance from Josef Ceesay, guys. What a performance. That was world-class performance from Josef Ceesay. The 2 assists that he created this weekend, those were absolutely world-class assists. Any player who created that assist, we will be proud of that assist. Even Lionel Messi will be proud of making those type of assists that Josef Ceesay made this weekend. It was absolutely a top performance, and you can see how much he got the love from his teammates at the end of the game. It was a great performance. So we will we will touch all those things. Adama Bojang, he did not get on the score sheets, but he did not get on the score sheet, but he had a very, very important role in the win for Grasshoppers against Basel in the Swiss league. He's still struggling to find that that first goal to come for him, but still he's doing well. This weekend his performance was good. He came off the bench 30 minutes and and put in a very, very good performance. We will touch all those those ones. Sowe was also on the goals. He continued his form. He's been in a very, very, very good form of late. We'll tell you all those players, guys. Yeah, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys, if you have not done so already. Without wasting much of your time, guys, let's get right into it. We will touch Yankuba Minteh as well, because there is some noise, as well. There is some noise from the Gambian fans being displeased with his role in the team and things like that. So we will talk about that, and we will tell you guys what our thoughts are on his performance over the course of the weekend, and his role in the Brighton team. We will touch all those things, guys. Where do we start? I think the only place to start today is Alasana Yirajang. He had a difficult start, I would say, at Podbrezova before he got into his groove. Last season at the end, he joined them at the tail end of the season. He could not impact the first team really, but this season he has started with a banger. Last season I think he failed to score a goal, but this season he has started well. and he's having a decent season, decent season. Alasana Yirajang. This weekend, he was instrumental for his club, Podbrezova. They won their game 2-0, and Alasana Yirajang produced one of the goals and then scored the other one. So he assisted the one and then scored the other goals. We took his tally for the season to 8 goals and 2 assists. That means now he has 10 goal involvement this season so far, and we are only midway through the season. So there's another half of the season to go. He already have 10 goals involvement. This is his fourth full season as a professional footballer. So it's a very, very good start, wearing the number 10 for Podbrezova, becoming more and more instrumental for them, scoring important goals, scoring different types of goals, and then getting regular minutes. That is something really good for him. And Alasana Hira, let's not forget, last season he was in the second month of the GFF League season, he was the best player in the league. He scored 5 goals just before he left for Podbrezova last season. He even won the Jollof Football Bantaba Space TV player of the month during that period before moving to Slovakia. And then when he went to Slovakia, like I said, it did not get off to a great start for him. But you can understand somebody coming from a not professional league and then playing in a professional league. It's not gonna go straight sailing. It's gonna take time. So sometimes patience is very, very important with these things. And Podbrezova has been patient with him. Give him time, and now they are reaping those rewards. He's a top lad. He's a top player, and he's somebody the country sees in high regards as well. So seeing him starting to get to those levels now, I think is something that is very welcoming for the Gambian national team. That is very welcoming for the country as well, because he's a top talent. Great performance this weekend. Like I say, 1 goal, 1 assist in a 2-0 win. Man of the match, of course. That's what he got after his performance this weekend. Next, we move on to Italy. Josef Ceesay. Wow. Josef Ceesay. What a player. What a player. He does not feel like a fullback. I was surprised when he went to Cesena and then took the number 11. I know he's a fullback. He plays fullback for the Gambian national team, and he has been playing fullback his career, but he has the instinct of a winger. He likes to move forward with the ball, the energy he has to play that role, being able to defend at the same time, being able to impact the game in the other side of the pitch is a blessing, because Gambia have been struggling for that position in that right spot, and then to have him to come finally, I think that was a big plus. It was a big plus from Coach Johnny, who finally got him. I know Tom has been trying to get him to the national team, but he was a little bit reluctant at the time. But to finally get him with this, it was wonderful. And he had his struggles this season. Let's not forget that he had his struggles at Cesena. He joined them this season, went in, and then he was starting games. All of a sudden, he was dropped to the bench. He has to come into game, try to make impacts. Until recently, I think last couple of weeks, that's when he got his starts again. And then now he's never looking back. I don't think they are even going to consider benching him after the performance he put this weekend. He was absolutely on another level this weekend. Absolutely on another level. Cesena won the game 2-1 against Cosenza in the Serie B. Josef Ceesay put in 2 wonderful assists. If you have not seen those assists, guys, go to the Cesena YouTube page or go to the Serie B YouTube page. You can watch the highlights of that game and see the performance that Josef Ceesay put in this weekend. For us, we don't usually share videos that we are not allowed to share on our YouTube channel. We would love to share, other videos, but again, it's copyright and stuff like that. That's why we refrain from doing those things. So we just show you photos. But if you have not seen it, Cesena have a YouTube channel, Serie B have a YouTube channel. The highlights are out there. If you have not seen them, just go head over to YouTube, find that game, and then watch it. Find the highlights and see the assist that he created. I think he even posted it on his Instagram, so you can find the goal on the assist on his Instagram. The first assist was absolutely out of this world, guys. Like, he drove through the defensive, like they were not even there, And the force he went through them, and then the composure that he showed to backheel the ball, lay it for his teammate to come and just put it in the back of the net. The guy didn't have to do much. He just have to push the ball into the net. And that, like, it was a wonderful assist. And he followed that up in the second half and created another great assist. If he did not create that first assist, everybody would be talking about the second assist. But because the first assist was so good that, we are forgetting how good the second assist was. The second assist was very, very good. Of course, it's not the level of the first assist, but it was really, really good. 2 assists, 2-1 win for Cesena. He created the most chances in that game. He completed the most dribbles in that game. Of course, he's going to get the man of the match, and he got the man of the match in that game. What a performance from Josef Ceesay. You can see his teammates, how appreciative of his performance they were. They were celebrating him at the end of the game, which is something that we love to see. Wonderful, wonderful stuff from Josef Ceesay. Let me just go to the comments. My brother Nick's comments. Adama should have been patient. Every player will have goal droughts. It might take time, but the goals will come, inshallah. Yeah, definitely. It's not easy for a striker, hamga. So neke in the position but you have been playing for a long time. You are not scoring goals. It's very difficult for a striker. If you're a midfielder, if you're a defender, those things don't get to your head. But if you're a striker, it definitely does. And I spoke to him last time when he came to Japan, and he was very motivated to score goals. He did score some goals during the preseason, not the preseason, during the international break when they had a friendly game. He scored one and then set up one for his teammates. And he has been having a few chances here and there. This weekend, I will touch him. This weekend, if not for the goalkeeper, the opponent's goalkeeper, Basel goalkeeper, I think he would have scored this weekend. It was just a wonderful save from the Basel keeper. He made a good effort out of nothing. Made a very good effort, but the Basel keeper was just equal to it and then make a good save. I will touch that one on Adama when I get to Adama, but I'm sure the goals will come. Like you say, Nix, he needs to be patient. I keep saying that to him. The goals will come. Whenever I talk to him, goals will come. Just keep going, and he's a player with faith as well, so that helps a lot. So hopefully the goals will come, and once they come, they will start flowing. He will start scoring, banging goals left, right, and center, and that's what we are praying for. But yeah, going back to Josef Ceesay, what a performance from Josef Ceesay. This was an absolutely world-class performance from him, and long may it continue. And seeing the club, his players, his teammates celebrating him at the end of the game, that tells you everything that you need to know about the performance that he put in this weekend. So we move on to Ebou Adams, another man of the match performance from Ebou Adams. This guy. I was talking to my brothers, Gambian football fans, a boy, shout out to him. And we are discussing about Ebou Adams, and then we came to a similar conclusion. He's a top player. The Derby fans love him to bits. He's a top player. But the way Gambia plays and the way Ebou Adams plays is just not compatible as a midfielder. I don't know how Johnny can make the best out of this player. He is an exceptional talent. What he can do as a footballer, it is exceptional. But how can we bring that to the national team? So, this brings us back to the point that we said last time, that if you are a coach, you look at what you have at your disposal. How can you get the best out of the group? Everyone. Sometimes getting best out of the group may mean 1 or 2 players who are really good may not be the best thing for you. And it seems Ebou Adams falls into that category in midfield, because what Johnny wants from his midfielders, how he wants to dominate games, that's not Ebou Adams. Ebou Adams can dominate games in different ways, using his energy and stuff like that, getting into the box, and that's what he did this weekend. He got into the box, scored a goal with his left foot. Derby were absolutely flying. They won 4-0, and he was exceptional. Man of the match at the end of the game. Top performance from Ebou Adams. In the championship this season, no player in the English championship, has more tackles than Ebou Adams. It's only Ebou Adams who has completed about 100 tackles so far, like more than 50 complete tackles. It's only Ebou Adams who has done that in the championship. I think he completed about 70 something tackles so far in the season. His percentage success rate when it comes to tackles has been around 60% or over 60%, which is also very, very good. Like when it comes to doing the defensive duels, interceptions, clearance, making tackles, duels in the with opponents in the air, on the ground, he is up there because his defensive actions, if you combine them as a whole, he's in the 99 percentile of players. And what that means is he is in the 1%, top 1% players. If there were 100 players in the league who are playing in that position, he will be that number one player. So top 1% of players when it comes to defensive duels in the English Championship. That is absolutely remarkable. The English Championship is not an easy league to play in. It's a very difficult league. And Derby, they are a mid-table club. They are not the top team in that league. They are in the mid-table. And Ebou Adams, is dominating when it comes to the defensive duels. And now he's chipping in with goals. I think this was his fourth goal of the season for them this season. He has been absolutely exceptional for Derby County. I just hope we can find a way to bring this Ebou Adams to go to the Gambian national team, which has been a little bit difficult for the coach. And yeah, it is so sad that he is not so compatible with the way we play in the national team. That's why sometimes people are a little bit critical of him because of his, Ebou Adams is not the most technical player. Everybody knows that. But he has different qualities as a footballer. The energy that he gives you in the pitch, there is no player who can give it to you. So how can you transfer that energy into a positive for your team? I think that is something that Johnny need to think about. But the way Gambia play as well, national team, because mostly we either have a number 10 standing in front of Ebou Adams. So Ebou Adams has to be a number 8, has to be a number 6. So he don't have the license to go up and down like he used to do with at Derby County. So yeah, but it's a good conundrum to have as a coach, to have this kind of players and then see how best can I use them. But we really need to make the best use of Ebou Adams as a footballer. He's playing at the top league. But at the end of the day, too, sometimes, the best ones are not the most compatible ones to what you want to do. But another top performance from Ebou Adams, week in, week out, he has been absolutely exceptional for Derby County. We move on to another player who is doing exceptionally well, Lamin Kuli. He's playing for Puskás Academia in Hungary. They are currently at the top of the Hungarian league. And Kuli is doing exceptionally well. He's not somebody we usually mention when we talk about the national team and stuff. But this guy is doing really well. Maybe it's because of the age, because I think he's now 31 or something. But the guy is scoring goals. The guy is playing at a club that is at the at the top of the league, the Hungarian top of the Hungarian league right now. And if they win the league, of course, they might play in the Champions League. They have the chance to play in the Champions League qualifiers. And Kuli is doing very well. He has 7 goals so far this season. Only one player has scored more in the league. The leading goal scorer only scored 1 more than him. 7 goals this weekend. They won 3-1, to extend their lead at the top to 4 points. And Kuli scored the 3rd goal in that one. He's doing a very good job with his Hungarian club. Long may it continue as well with Kuli. Adama Bojang, Knicks, as you mentioned. This weekend they had a very, very, very difficult task. They had a difficult task because they were playing against the league leaders, or the second place team in the league, that is FC Basel, one of the biggest teams in Switzerland. They are regularly in the Champions League. They have seen players, top players go through them. Granit Xhaka, Zander Sakiri, Mohamed Salah, all these players went through FC Basel. They are regularly in the Champions League. So they were playing against FC Grasshoppers. Grasshoppers have had a very torrid time so far in the Swiss league. They are currently in the bottom 6 teams in the relegation zone. So they played against the team that is fighting for the top of the league, fighting for the title. And they went away to FC Basel. And then surprisingly, they got a result. They got a big result. 1-0 win for Grasshoppers against FC Basel inside Basel. 1-0. And our boy Adama Bojang came off the bench in the second half. And he was impactful. Yes, he did not get any goals, like I say, but he was very, very active in that game, very lively in that game. Almost got a goal. Almost, I would say, could have been a goal. out of nothing, to be honest, out of nothing. If you see the way he put the shot, it was a good place to score to finish. But of course, the goalkeeper, I think, was equal to it. That's what you will say. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the goalkeeper as well. Sometimes it's not about the striker has done all he could, but it's about the goalkeeper at the end of the day. And then the goalkeeper made a very, very good save from Adama Bojang, and the game ended 1-0. They still win the game, but I think it is a game that Adama can take a lot of confidence from. He had a positive performance in that one. I saw a lot of Gambians, content creator or Gambian bloggers posting about that, which is wonderful. I hope he can take some confidence from that, and then he can kick on. The goal is coming. It's not far now. What has passed is much it's more it's longer than what is like when the goal is coming. How can I say that? Like Luroma more opa, Luroma more opa when it comes to the goal. Like the goal will come very soon. I think the drought will soon end. We can see it as soon as in the midweek or in the weekend. Who knows? Hopefully we will see it, and I'm sure once that goal goes in for Adama Bojang, the whole Gambia will celebrate, because we cannot wait for him to score his first professional goal. I think competitive professional goal. We cannot wait for him to do that. So, but what Nick say is very, very important. Patience is virtue. Patience is key. Like patience is key. So if he can remain patient, and the goals will come. Like I say, he's a boy of faith, and you go see what he posts on social media. Very positive boy. The way he see things, everything goes back to Allah, as he always say. So the goals will come, and then when it comes, guys, we will celebrate. Definitely we will celebrate that goal. Next I move on to Yankuba Minteh. This is where I will close today, and then maybe if anybody have any comment that I can answer, then I will answer it. But I will end with Yankuba Minteh. Yesterday, I'm sure all the whole Gambia was glued on the TV, because Yankuba Minteh started for Brighton. So how exciting every Gambian is, how emotional every Gambian is to see our Gambian brother, playing in the Premier League. It was a difficult game for Brighton. Because it's a derby. It's a derby, L23 derby. So Crystal Palace and Brighton, this is their derby game. If you guys followed our vlog and when Yankuba Minteh was in Japan, when I interviewed the Brighton fans, all they were telling me was, Yankuba Minteh, let him score against Crystal Palace and he will be a hero. Of course, it has not happened yet, but there's still an opportunity. There's still a chance for that to happen in the future. But now, speaking about the game, and then I saw some reaction. Sometimes I feel some people, some of us Gambian football fans, we overreact on things. Yankuba Minteh, this was his first start in since when? The last time he started the game for Tottenham for Brighton was against Tottenham when he scored his first goal in the Premier League. That was the last time he started, and then this week he came and started for Brighton as well. And then they were playing against a Crystal Palace team who are very, very resolute, very organized defensively. They play 3-5-2 or 3-4-3, 3 at the back. It turns into 5 sometimes. It's a very difficult team to play against. Like, I'm a Liverpool fan. Last season we played Crystal Palace. Like, it was one of the most difficult games to watch, because they are very difficult to play. They beat Liverpool, I think, at Anfield last season, and this season they give Liverpool a very difficult time as well. They are a good team. And like I say, this is a derby game. Brighton versus Crystal Palace. Tyrick Mitchell versus Yankuba Minteh. Mitchell is one of the best defensive left backs in the Premier League, I think. In my opinion, one of the best defensive left backs in the Premier League. It's a big statement to say, because I follow the Premier League and I know how good this kid is when it comes to playing defensively. He gets, like, when we play against them, like he always gives Salah a very, very difficult time when we play when Liverpool play against Crystal Palace. I really rate this kid defensively. He is really, really good. So Brighton lost the game 3-1, and our star boy Yankuba Minteh was not very much lively in the game. And then after people tend to translate that as the Brighton players are not playing for Yankuba Minteh. They are not passing Yankuba Minteh the ball. They are passing always small brother see Nyum Gamfoot Hamga guy over here. So, but I can get the emotions. Absolutely, I can get the emotions. I feel absolutely similar to them. In a way, I felt similar to them watching the game. I felt similar to them watching the game. But then it's also important to analyze the game and then take away your biases or your because we are biased. I'm generally biased for Yankuba Minteh, I'm biased for Adama Bojang, I'm biased for all Gambian players. So if I'm watching them play, all I see is the Gambian players. But again, as somebody who loves to watch football, I also try to take out that emotion sometimes away from when I watch football. I want to watch it and then I understand it because, football is important to me, not just for being a fan. It's also important for me to understand what is going on in the game and those kind of things. So I have that side of me where I can sit back and then just analyze what is really happening. Why is this happening? Why is that happening? So when I was watching the game, just like any Gambian fan, whenever a Brighton midfielder holds the ball, my wish is pass the ball to Yankuba Minteh. He will take on the fullback. Take him home, pass the ball Yankuba Minteh. And then maybe Brighton turn and then they play on the left side. And there is Mitoma, there is João Pedro. And then, and then in the end, the emotions get to us. Gambian, Brighton players, they are not playing just like the Gamfoot post, I'm sure you guys saw that one, small brothers land. So you guys saw that one. They say the Brighton players were basically playing for Minteh. They don't want to pass Minteh the ball and stuff like that. So I think that was a little bit deep in my opinion. But it was emotional because again, man lola bugon ci game bi. Ñuy pass Minteh ball bi all the time. But football fa am nu demé xam nga. Football fa am nu demé. So moo tax ma ne ñu analyse ko daf day important. You analyze daf day important. I can remember last season actually when he was at Feyenoord, there was this echoes too as well. Some of the Feyenoord players are not playing for Minteh. Yes, didn't they pass Minteh ball be actually no xam nga. So yeah, Lola. But watching the game today, the nice is a tactical board. How much is a tactical board before? Because I want to talk about this. First of all, we have to look at the formation. Can you see my tactical board, guys? Okay. This is my tactical board. Yeah. I will start with Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, same formation. It's so bright. The light is coming behind it. So sorry about that. Crystal Palace, we are playing at they were playing with a back three like this. And then maybe you have somebody playing in the right wing back and then two wing backs. And then they have two midfielders sitting. They have Eze playing as the left-sided 10, and then you have Ismail Assar playing as the right-sided 10, something like this. This is how Crystal Palace set up when they were attacking. This is how they set up. And when they defend, like I would drop Mitchell a little bit 3. This guy, what's his name? Munoz, he was giving more license to go up than Mitchell. I don't know if that's because of, maybe the wing back, Minteh is too fast. So Mitchell, maybe you don't have to go too much. Or maybe it's a Crystal Palace style. They just want to keep Mitchell always on the left, on the side. They want to keep Mitchell always not to go because they know Munoz, he is a more attacking player. He can create more chances. He's better than the left back going up as a wing back. So that's why they do the loop side. This guy will go, and then this guy will. So if you look at the heat maps of these two players in the game, Mitchell was mostly here, and then Munoz was mostly around here like a winger. So even though it's a 3-5-2, you can say it was a 4 at the back because this guy was playing as a winger, and then Eze will open there, and then that was it. Whilst Brighton, we are playing with a back four like this. Two midfielders. You have Minteh on the left here. And then you right on here, Mitoma on the left there, and then you have there are two strikers. That is João Pedro up top and Ruta here. And João Pedro was their number 9, but João Pedro don't like to sit as a number 9. He's a number 10. He don't like to sit there. So what he does, he always drop here. So João Pedro will always drop here, and there is no player to vacate this space. So most of the times, what the coach wanted Minteh to do was for Minteh to come here. When João Pedro dropped to Mitoma's side, Minteh should come inside. So Minteh did not open wide too much. Understand? But we want him here. Most of the time, we want to see him here and then take on his fullbacks. But even when he had opportunities here with his fullbacks, when he had opportunities with his fullbacks on the wing here, there was two always. You will see Gehi, you will see a couple of them. One, let me bring another one. You will see Mitchell will be here and Gehi will be here. So it was kind of a double team. So sometimes when Baleba holds the ball, running towards this side, he will see there is two over on Minteh. So what he does, he turns and then they play the ball there. Most of the times they did that. So Mitoma was getting, like, I would say 75% of their balls, it was going to the left side. But there was a reason for that. It was because of they had an overload on that side. João Pedro, he naturally likes to drop on the half space on the left side. He don't drop on the space. He never drop on the left side, on the right side. So he always drop on the left side half space. So if João Pedro drops on the left side half space with Mitoma, and then maybe their fullback Estopinan, who also likes to travel, he join them. So they have an overload on that side. So what they will do is they will play the ball on that side most of the time, because here they are outnumbered. Minteh is 1 versus 2. So you don't want to give him the ball. You turn and give it to the other side. So it was not like they did not want to pass Minteh the ball, but it was not the best pass in that scenario. So they will turn and play the other side, turn and play the other side, turn and play the other side. So that was happening a lot of the times. And then when we see it as Gambians, we feel, I was the same, watching the game as an emotional Gambian. Pass the ball to Minteh, pass the ball to this side. The old boy is there, he can take him on. So don't let go and layer out. That is one thing. So the reason why the ball was not going to his side, it was because of the way Crystal Palace were set up and the way Brighton players like to play. João Pedro, Mitoma, they like to drop on the left side. Yes, Mitoma is on the left already. João Pedro, he will not sit on the number 9 position. He will drop on the left. That's why I think what they were missing in that game was a natural number 9. When Welbeck was playing for them, it was easier for them. It was easier for Minteh to just stay outside wide and then the ball will come to him. But because of that is not there, he is gone. He is not like Minteh was just isolated and he did not get a lot of touches. I was so disappointed that Yankuba Minteh could not get as many touches as he could. And even when he got his touches too, like he kind of felt that, like, this is my chance now, he felt this chance will not come again, and then he tried to do too much in the end. So if I was advising him in those situations, was like you always remind him, you are a top player, my boy. You are a very good player. Like, even if you get the ball one time on the pitch, try to make the best use of it and don't feel it's going to be your last chance, because you are a top player. The ball will come again. But, that pressure of not having the ball for a very long time, when the ball comes, he tried to do a little bit too much. And then, it was a little bit disappointing for him. It was a disappointing game, to be honest. It was not his best game. But, of course, he will have his opportunities. I think the problem, again, was because Brighton did not have a proper number 9. And then the coach gave Yankuba Minteh the responsibility to cover the number 9 position when the two number 9s, who are naturally number 10s or wingers, they come out, they drop deep, then somebody has to be in that number 9 spot. And Minteh was mostly running inside. If you see his map, I think this was the game he played most narrow than in the past. So just to go back to the point that we were making, that Brighton players buguño pass Minteh, nekku ñu help Minteh. Balaiba neko di pass Minteh, Ayari neko di pass Minteh, João Pedro neko di pass Minteh, Ruta neko di pass Minteh. It was not that. It was just the tactic of the game. It did not work for Brighton. They lose the game, but that was what the coach wanted. If you look at it in a way, that was what the coach wanted. They wanted to exploit the left side because Munoz will travel and then leave a gap there. And then when they leave a gap there, Brighton will overload there and then overload and try to create a chance out of it. They could not create, they could not score, but that was their tactic. So we should accept that. Sometimes let's not be too emotional when we're watching our Gambian players. Yes, we love them. We can be emotional, but let's try to analyze the situations as well. This is very important. I've spent a lot of time talking about this Yankuba Minteh thing. It was not Brighton. Don't do. Baleba is one of the best, mates of Yankuba Minteh in that Brighton team. They are quite close. I saw them when they came to Japan, and then you see them when they are training together. So Baleba will not, why will he not want to pass the ball to Yankuba Minteh? They not even play in the same position, so there is no competition there if you are close to him. So, like, I just feel a little bit that was just a little bit over the top. That's why I decided to come and then try to address that situation. Maybe I'm talking rubbish myself. I'm talking nonsense. Who knows? Maybe, but that is how I say it. And I hope guys you understand. Yeah. Yeah, Brighton did not play well. Exactly. Yeah. They did not play well. They did not have the best games, to be honest. It's a derby game, and derby, anything is possible. Anything is possible in a derby game. So now let me go back. Let me go to the comments. Ali Sowe, I have not touched Ali Sowe yet. Let me talk about Ali Sowe. Ali, thank you for asking who bring that one up. Yeah, Mustik. Thank you, Mustik, for bringing it up. Chama, I have a question. If you have Ali Sowe on team and Abdullah Ceesay and Alasana, who will you start on a bench, and who will you sell? Who will I sell? That's a good question. But before I answer your question, let's talk about Ali. He's been absolutely firing for his club. That is Rise and Sport in Turkey. This weekend, no different. He scored his 4th goal in his last 4 matches. Top player. He scored he missed a penalty and then scored in the first half. Then the opponents they equalized, and then the game ended 1-1 at the end of the game. But Ali scored a very good goal, brilliant goal with his left foot, make a wonderful run, an underlap run, it was an overlap run. Yeah, he run overlap run. They lay the ball for him, take one touch and finish it explicitly with his left foot into the back of the net. Top player, Ali Sowe. 4 goals in 4 matches. Since coming back from the international break, he has been in very, very good form for his club. Long may it continue. I want to see more Gambian players, doing well. So let's go back to the question. But Bama, my news, my brother. OC, greetings, Mboka. The future of our football team is truly amazing with young, impactful player. Absolutely, bro. I cannot agree more. Musa Drame, yeah, he started this weekend too. He started this weekend for Hearts. Was it that? Did they win the game? I don't think he scored though. I don't think he scored because I would have known that. But I saw that he started the game. Anyways, I saw that he started the game. I cannot say much about the game. I don't check the highlights. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. But he played. Salut Drame. Another name. This Agi can do one of them if they have players de mo nga Gambian si ñoo xam ne ñu nekk ci background bi déglu ñoo lay gëna xam ñu lay nekk di wax suñu maas nekk di bari wa ñu nekk ci baag agi mu ma jox naka agiu can do mu ma jox yeneen tour Salou Dramé. I should check that one. I will check it out. Definitely I will check it out. Some Instagram comments are coming too. We need one team Senegambia. One team Senegambia, they didn't play well. Senegambia, what do you mean about that? Senegambia. Yeah, Mustik, it's a question me. Let's go there. Ali Sowe, Abdullah Ceesay, Alasana Jatta. They are all top players. They are all top players. Ali Sowe, for me, for many years, I was thinking, he's the best we have as a country. He's the best in terms of overall play. Like, he was good holding up play. He was good, finishing chances like he's doing right now, and if you bring the physical game, he's also ready for all those kind of things. And he's a very good footballer as well. So Ali, I always wanted to see him for a very long time. It's unfortunate that, he went to when he was at his best, he did not get his opportunity in the national team. But he's a top player. Abdullah Ceesay, I followed that boy. I followed him since he's at the GFF League, because of course we do the GFF Yellow Football Bantaba Player of the Month in the GFF League. He came back from I think trials, and I think there was a little injury as well, and then came back into the GFF League with Real de Banjul. Absolutely killed the league in that few weeks that he was there, and then immediately went to Paide. he was absolutely, just continue where he left off. Like he has been a professional all his life, and then you bring him to the national team, he just continue. Anywhere you take him, any test that you give this boy, he has answered it. He has answered it amicably well. So you cannot doubt him. You cannot doubt him. We cannot wait to see where he moves to next. I think there's a comment about him. Where is he gonna go and stuff? But what a player that kid is. Top player. And Alasana Jatta too. Finally, he has arrived into the national team. So I wouldn't want to sell any one of them because they are all Gambian brothers. So I wouldn't go to the sell bit part. So when it comes to who to start, it depends. It depends. It depends on how they are playing. For example, for me, it's always about the form of the players. Especially if there is no recognized number one. For example, in goalkeeper, Steck is our number one. Even if Steck drops in form a little bit right now, I will start him because he's the Gambian number one, and he has been doing well for the Gambia. So in that case, you can see he's number one. So in number 9 spot, we don't have a true number one right now. So it's always about the form of the players, how well they are coming into the team, and then that's gonna be my answer. But if you push me to the corner, and then looking at what they have done this season, if you push me to the corner, if I have to start one right now, I will go with Abdullah Ceesay because the future is, these are the kids. They hold the future for Gambian football. So I think he's got his opportunity at the national team. He has started, I think, 3 or 4 games. I was even one of those saying that he should be starting. He should be given a proper run, 3-4 games. Then if he is not delivering, then you can think about other options. But that's where I was when it comes to So at the time. So, but at this moment, it's gonna be Abdullah Ceesay. I think he's the one I see as the future for Gambian football. Just 20 years of age, compared to the other two. But I read all of them. I really, really love all these 3 strikers. Yeah. Salute Drame, official Lindstrom. I will check that one out. I argue. Thank you very much for that information. Imam Jai, yeah, top player. Imam, he's a Gambian born. I already posted that one on our social. He moved to another club in Sweden. Last season he did very well with his club, that was Mjällby, and now he moved to I cannot even pronounce the name of his new club. But yeah, it's a surprising one though for me a little bit, because that club they finished the season around the bottom half of the table, and then Mjällby were at the top half. So I think Mjällby were in a better position, but of course maybe he was not happy with his playing time, because he was a starter for Mjällby, but he was not starting week in, week out. There were games that he missed, so maybe that's why he moved to the new club. Hopefully, he can have a more impact in that club, and then he can take that step. I cannot wait to see him given an opportunity in the national team. He's a young player as well. He's just 21 years of age. He went to Everton at an early age. It did not work out for him, but at least he was one of those players brave to go around 18 years of age, move to Everton, move to England, which is difficult, and then now he went back to Sweden to revive his career. Then he can take another step. Sometimes if it doesn't work, you go back where we are from. Come you guys over here. So how much for them get there for jogging at Newart, and Nula Nekadidaf right now. Hopefully, this will be a good move for him, and he will have an impact, and hopefully we will see him in the national team soon. I would love to see him in the Gambian national team. Of course, he has played for Sweden youth teams, but again, he's a Gambian born, so I'm sure he is very aware of Gambia. So yeah, hopefully he will choose Gambia. Waa bas ziare naa la ne ko Bravo Farms jërëjëf nuyu naa la. Lasana mu ne naka Chama, any news pertaining Abdullah Ceesay? Yeah, you can call it a saga, because man daf ma surprise on lu ma déggee ne Paide we are negotiating to sell Abdullah Ceesay. In my belief, it was he was on loan from Real de Banjul. Real de Banjul owned him, so send him on loan for 6 months. The loan period finished, so Real de Banjul should have been in the position to negotiate his contract, to negotiate selling him. But then one day again, Paide ñoo ko nekk di ko negotiate. I don't understand. Laajte naa suma guy, laajte naa agent am bi, ma ne ko lu xew foofu noonu, because that agent ndax journalist bi lu ma wax dëgg la, mu ne ma maybe yam nga yene léegi players yi seen sign seen loans, if they with an option to buy. So I don't know nah lol move on confirm mo lol no. But hopefully we'll find out in the coming days. I don't know much. I will ask again. Now let's what ma gën ci am lu leer. Understand? Yeah. Waaw mustik mooy nag mustik yang maa reere waaw affaire bi mooy loolu nag dafa métti pour ma mun a jaay kenn du ma jaay kenn ñëpp Gambians leen bàyyi ma képp gaay rek maa mu ne naka good afternoon caka mu ne ko caama waaw maa ngi laa nuyu bro yaa ba Fatou Bintou mu ne naka I'm watching from Portugal Fode Bintou bro man ban la si góor la wala ok Fode Bintou wala Bintou middle name la wala last name la do we have Bintou last name in Gambia? I think Bintou is just a first name in Gambia. Somebody should teach me something here. Fode because Fode moom turi góor la and then Bintou bi I see it as to jigéen lañ ko def today Gambia. So that I'm been to last name, but malani you brother or sister, whatever it is. Malani bu baha ya ba jere ngeen jëf waay. Wow. Maneko why am I lulu guys? Any other players bolem fong na lalu mako because yeah, it's almost 50 minutes. Kaya dama ko bëgg def mu short nak 30 minutes ak yoy nonu mu gëna gaawé rek. Why thank you guys for always being with me. Joining me on my journey, trying to, talk about Gambian footballers. I cannot, it fills me with a lot of pride to be talking about Gambian footballers anytime. And if people are watching it, even if it is one person, I really appreciate that, guys. So yeah, thank you very much. But anyways, guys, well, my boy, Haji Goodini, it's already 12 o'clock here. yéen ngay dégg yu yooyu noonu suma boy bi eew na ba bi ma jox leen dig daje ba next week inshallah. Thank you guys for watching me and I will see you guys again soon. Goodbye.